What's good, Uchiha Clan? It's your boy Aries Uchiha, and welcome back to another video. We're here with another death battle. Now, if you saw my last one, I'm just saying we're not talking about it right now. I already proved it wrong, but it was bullshit. But I got a comment saying that this one was even worse. Now, I don't see how that can be a possibility because of what they did, like everything they did. Go check it out, link in the description. But we're here today to see if they at least got Naruto versus Ichigo right. But from that comment, I'm a little bit afraid going into this. I don't know how long this video is gonna be because of what I've heard. But I'm just hoping it's less than 30 minutes. I'm assuming it's not going to be. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, do your boy a favor. Hit that like button before we get into this. Subscribe, you feel me? Comment down below. Tell me what you want me to see next. Hit the little notification bell. Let's just get into this, all right? Roll the tape. Roll the tape. It's about damn time. Oh sh! Just by walking past like me. You not rocking with a blade, chopping tags like me. You not splashing. So you guys see this time like me. Everything. Why? If I'm playing with you, why would I have to watch? Exactly. Dumbass nigga. The water. I be sipping 19 gallons a day, bro. And that's on minimum. Skills and I'm back on the scene. I've been making a great new chip, but the team never calling me a lead. I'm steady on the fiend. I'm computer perfect, but a negative. I'm in too great. Freestyle too much. I try to splash your daughter on my feet. Wear on her face with my D. Yeah, give her 3 stripes like Adidas. Hey, my better go too fast. Give me your weapon. Give me your weapon. Negative, it really don't matter, but I gave you an additive. Hey, that's what happens for a second. You know I give up a lesson. A god, you can't really test him. You get pull up and deck him.
Holy Shonen Trinity, the Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these, some of the biggest titles in manga and anime history.
Facts.
It's time for 2 of those shonen heroes to throw down.
Naruto.
My bad. I'm stupid.
Knucklehead Ninja, Naruto Uzumaki.
Forget it. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna start right here.
Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village!
Orphaned at a young age and ostracized by his peers, Naruto may have been mischievous, but he had great aspirations. His goal...
Did they do this on purpose? Naruto Uzumaki? Really? Alright. Okay. I got you. I see what you're putting down. Jinchuriki Karama, not anymore, but I know this was made before that. 7th Hokage. Enjoys ramen, red bean soup, and watering plants. Did he ever water plants?
Was to become the town's Hokage.
I don't remember that.
Which is a fancy word for ninja governor.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter. Though he should really find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think he is, an airplane?
Actually, his posture likely decreases wind resistance, which could be beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a smaller factor.
I remember when you ran like that in middle school.
Hey, that was for research.
Sure, Wiz. Anyway, while Naruto wasn't the best student, he still tried his hardest to reach his goal. But first, he'd have to learn how to control his chakra.
In Buddhism and Hinduism ideologies, chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body which can be opened to achieve enlightenment. But the ninja in Naruto's world had a slightly different interpretation.
There's like 200 something of them.
Naruto can use chakra for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's learned a number of chakra techniques, or jutsus,
Gesundheit.
and even developed a few new ones of his own. His signature move is the Shadow Clone.
That was so stupid.
He can copy and paste himself over and over and over again.
Unlike the standard clone
I know I'm being picky, but technically his signature is the multiple shadow clone jutsu, which is the forbidden jutsu. The shadow clone jutsu isn't forbidden, the multiple one is, and that's the one he got from the scroll, which in turn allows him to use shadow clone jutsu. Let's continue.
village
I really don't feel like this should have to be explained, but you know,
so destructive
sure, why not?
Performs. First up is Sage Mode, which sounds like something he'd learned from an old wise man or wizard, right? Nope, he learned it from a frog.
This state
I mean, but it was an old wise frog, so yes, still.
Sage mode allows Naruto to perceive the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via senjutsu.
He can enhance his chakra attacks by adding natural energy, but if he's not careful, he'll turn into a frog.
So before he lost Kurama, he could still, if I remember correctly, he could still access 6 Pass Sage mode, but he was unable because he couldn't use Creation of All Things jutsu, so he couldn't create more truth-seeking orbs. Those were given to him, and once he used all of them, you know, he wasn't able to make more because Hagoromo made them. But actually, no, I'm pretty sure we did see him use it in Boruto, if I remember correctly. But when he did, I don't think it let him fly. It's been a while since I've read or watched it.
Avatar to form 6 paths Ashura.
See, alright, this video is going to be more than 30 minutes. I've accepted it. So what I'm trying to think of, right, is, and we ain't even gotten to the fight yet, but Naruto. So before we talk about Naruto, we have to also talk about Sasuke, kinda. So the reason Sasuke still, quote unquote, you know, had his Rinne Sharingan is because of the fact that the 6 Pass chakra that was given to him, it was essentially, it was used to evolve his left eye. We know this, right? Now, it wouldn't, you know, since his eye went through a physical evolution, it wouldn't quite make sense for Sasuke to lose it. But we still, like, there's still a whole bunch of, you know, arguments and debates on what exactly happened on Naruto's side. But I do believe that at least right now, Naruto no longer has the 6 Pass chakra, because if I remember correctly, his 6 Pass chakra was linked to his Kurama form, which he no longer has, which in turn means he does not have the access to that 6 Pass chakra anymore. Now, something might happen later in True Blue Vortex, because, you know, like, they're going to need some sort of power up if they're going to fight against this greater power that's going to come. We just know Naruto, like, we've seen it for long enough. We know what's going to happen. We just don't exactly know how. But I think it's good that they took away the Rinne Sharingan and Kurama, at least for now, because it's not focused on Naruto and Sasuke no more. Like, the show's called Boruto, so they needed to kind of find a way for them to step back. So Boruto, Mitsuki, Sarada, all of them, you know, could start handling things on their own. Especially since they're using karma, which is a lot stronger than the old way of doing things. One reason being, you know, you can just absorb ninjutsu with the karma. So let's keep going.
Ooh, good God, that's a confusing amount of forms. Anyway, Naruto is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat and could run faster than the eye could see when he was just 12 years old.
He's dodged a lightning speed punch from the 4th Raikage, a feat considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light-speed loogie.
According to the 4th data book, this light fang attack does indeed move at light speed, over 670 million miles per hour.
He's tough enough.
Of course, Fang, bro. It's called Fang of Light. You see it. It's light, bro. Of course, it moves at light speed. I'm just.
His soul ripped out, or gets smacked in the face with a beam that can slice the frickin' moon apart.
Yeah, cut the moon in half. One thing I want to say before, so we with this movie, right? With the last. We have proof that Naruto can at least destroy half of a moon. And the reason I'm saying this is we know that for the most part, Naruto and Sasuke are on an even playing field in terms of power, okay? Sasuke was able to use Takemikazuchi no Kami to destroy half of the moon when it was falling towards the leaf. So, scaling out the power, that also means that Naruto does indeed have that same strength. It hasn't been proven that either of them are on a planetary level yet. But we do know that they can at least destroy half of a moon. But that's the most we have right now.
He's fought multiple tailed beasts at once, lifted a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds, gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously. His chakra is so tough he can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with flames so strong they burn other flames.
He could even make new eyeballs for blind people. What's up with that? Oh, and in his final fight with rival and possibly closet boyfriend Sasuke, their opposing power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the weather and disintegrating a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Yeah, close enough.
I'm not gonna run away. I never go back on my word. That's my ninja. My ninja way.
Ichigo is still fucking broken though.
Shinigami. It may sound like a foreign word to some, but you all know what it is. The Death God, the Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo Kurosaki seemed like a pretty normal kid growing up, doing well in school and learning martial arts from his father. Except there were
Ichigo, the Soul Reaper / Hollow / Fullbring / Human / Quincy. He's just every fucking race and it's broken, bro. Like,
was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
One day when he was 9 years old and walking home with his mother, young Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
So naturally, he ran over to rescue her like the brave little kid he was.
Except it wasn't really a girl at all. It was a hollow, a monster spawned from an abandoned human soul, and it promptly killed his mother.
Bummer. Reminds me of how I lost my poor mama boomstick. Oh, she always hated that ghost in the barn.
Right. Well, Ichigo remained ignorant of the truth until years later, when he met a woman named Rukia, who held the illustrious job title of Shinigami, or Soul Reaper, a guardian of the dead who keeps balance in the universe by helping those who have passed move on to the afterlife. Otherwise, they'd turn into violent hollows.
And if you show up late to work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords, like samurai ghostbusters. Anyway, the two of them got into a bind, and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo. Turns out,
And he took all that shit.
Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for a new one made up of reishi, or spiritual matter, which makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still being physically present.
And his new powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed, cut through giant monsters with ease, survive being punched.
Yeah, Grand Racer, he does have that. We saw that in Blood War. Well, we saw it before Blood War, but like he can actually. Which Ichigo is they use? I don't know how much. Immense spiritual pressure. That's an understatement. Superhuman strength and speed. Yeah, masterful swordsmanship. To be honest, I wouldn't really call it masterful until he go Bankai, because it's like you really got to think about it. With Zangetsu, he's just swinging a giant blade just randomly and hoping it hits. That's basically what he's doing. But all right, Getsuga Tensho, Getsuga Jujisho. I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't list off Tensho Rambu. I mean, I guess Shunpo can kind of be considered Tensho Rambu, but like Tensho Rambu is like a series of attacks. It's
Through whole city blocks and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using naturally occurring reishi as footholds.
But let's get to the dicey part of his getup. That awesome sword. It's a Zanpakuto, a blade connected to its owner's soul. It may look like an oversized steak knife, but it's a Soul Reaper's best friend.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Zangetsu. Well, both of them are.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, Yawak and
About to get crazy.
Ogichi.
Ichigo actually has two different Zanpakuto spirits drawn from his weird and confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short, Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But he's also part Quincy, which is a human with reishi powers, because that's what his mom was. But he's also part Hollow, because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
One of Ichigo's inner spirits is a manifestation
Now, Fullbring,
inherited from his mother.
it was stupid, kinda, but like
Shinigami power and the
it got power.
Shinigami and
So
Quincy.
we haven't talked about yet. One,
Over the
So are they not gonna talk about
Ichigo has a
Shin Zangetsu or Shin Tensa Zangetsu?
starting with the base Shinigami form, Shikai. Despite essentially being Ichigo's base,
Okay, they are. It's,
block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
without even trying. He broke through the black coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right?
it is.
Dangai Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself.
You see,
I know that's confusing, but just
I always found it weird how like people refer to him as Dangai Ichigo just because he trained in the Dangai. Like, if you really take a second back and look at it, either way it stands, it's still Bankai. Just like 2 years in the future, because you know the time he spent training in the Dangai equated to, I think it was 2 years. Hold on. It was either 2 or 4 years. It was one of those. I'm pretty sure it was 2 though. But like, it's just, there's no point in calling him Dangai Ichigo when it's just Ichigo in Bankai.
all right, the combatants are set.
All right, now one thing I want to say before I watch this fight, I noticed how they, when it comes to feats and how they listed them, they barely actually listed any of Ichigo's feats. Like, they listed his like low level feats. Like, oh, not the fact that his strength was able to equal that of Aizen. Not the fact that, you know, See, because you got to think about it. Yeah, Bankai multiplied his power by 10, right? But him just knowing the name of his Shikai also did the exact same thing. So that's 10 multiplied by 10. And then he gained like 3 different levels of holification. The final one being Vasta Lorde, which was a lot stronger. And Vasta Lorde was like
Naruto and Ichigo are named after
that multiplication was around like 15.
Bugs from Blue Apron.
Actually, no, it wasn't that high. It was like 3 or 4, I believe.
Grandpappy Boomstick always said that nothing in life is better than good food and making something with your own two hands.
But when it comes to like,
Those things combined.
Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country.
of course, but there's also, they have certain feats that like, you know, match up, like, you know, Naruto and Sasuke cracking the sky, Ichigo just cutting the sky in half. It's,
Get the meals that sound good to you. The
but those really don't matter though. It's just the fact that Ichigo
Boomstick can do it.
Hey,
during
getting any of the next meal I make when it arrives.
after the Dangai training, Ichigo was strong enough
And if you're worried
to
about
keep up with Aizen,
recipes are not repeated with
and Aizen,
check out this week.
now sure, Aizen lost because of the Hogyoku, but at the same time,
You'll love how good it
Aizen at the time was unable to kill Ichigo.
That's BlueApron.com.
And Ichigo was just toying with him at the time. Aizen got way stronger just from sitting in the seal. But I feel like, think about it like this. Hold on, before we start this. Not Ichigo. Sasuke and Naruto together were unable to defeat Madara, right? If you watched my breakdown, you would know that I'm not going to explain exactly why, but just know that Aizen is a lot stronger than Madara. One of the few reasons being that, like, in a death battle, Aizen can't die, period. Madara can and almost did die by Guy. And, like, Aizen's immortality is on a level to where it's not like Zamasu's immortality to where you erase his body, oh, he just merges with the universe. You erase Aizen's body, his body comes back because of the Hogyoku. I heard that they were super biased in this fight.
Is that a hollow?
Naruto, I sense a presence. Naruto, wake up.
Now, I doubt Ichigo would just start.
You can't see me? Good.
Naruto shouldn't even be able to sense him. He's not in Sage mode.
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
You're dead! Hell the heck?
I see you.
I mean, he still wouldn't be able to see him. He'd be able to sense him. It's a different.
Katsuya?
Why is he using his Shikai in with the Bankai outfit? Now, I know I'm just like picking at stuff, but Tenshodanbu.
Really? Yo, not bad, but I'm still gonna beat your ass. Give me a free Is that the best you can do?
Mugetsu isn't even that strong. Compared to his new Bankai, he would never use Mugetsu. He just made himself weaker. He would never do that.
Screw you, bastard!
Phew! Who was that guy?
Damn, even without his powers, Ichigo never gave up. What a badass.
Sorry, Bleach fans. I know you all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it.
No, I don't care. Hold on. Nah, it's not the fact that he lost. Well, he should have won anyway. But it's how you did. That was so, bro. I forgot the name of the dude who posted that comment. But nigga, you was right. What the fuck was this? Why would he go from Shin Tensa to Mugetsu? Mugetsu isn't nearly as strong as Shin Tensa. He barely fought.
And a better healing factor. And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with Six Paths power, he could see and fight Madara's Limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane of existence.
Also keep in mind that while Chakra and
He couldn't see them, he could sense them. I'm gonna keep saying that. Now, the thing is, though, with Ichigo, well, with Soul Reapers in general, it wasn't that they could just be touched by normal people. They could be touched by people who could also utilize Reiatsu. Like, normal people who had either small pools of Reiatsu or didn't actually know how to use their Reiatsu could not touch Soul Reapers.
Reishi have fairly different uses. They both contain spiritual energy.
Let's talk speed. Naruto can dodge light speed attacks and can move faster than lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about 1/3 the speed of light. Ichigo has also displayed lightning fast speeds, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
It's likely Kirigi here was referencing his accomplice's speed, like Ichibei, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibei's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough, though, especially since Naruto's Sage powers gave him superb field awareness, making it difficult for Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy than him. With that said, let's compare his Reiatsu to Naruto's chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arankar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a boost of times 5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to all of Ichigo's forms that clearly increased his fighting potential, as well as stack them even though many forms were in separate unconnected power sets.
For the sake of argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula, but where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation, correct?
Well, nearly.
Ukiyora states his new form can destroy the city of Las Noches in the hollow world of Hueco Mundo.
What's that, like Mexican hell?
Well, there is a wall.
Ha-ha!
Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California, and destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of TNT.
So plug that into the formula and there you have it. Ichigo's Reiatsu is equal to over 440 billion megatons of TNT.
Thankfully, Naruto's chakra level is much easier.
Bro, What doesn't quite make sense about that is after they got back from Hueco Mundo and Ichigo trained in the Dangai, Ichigo did equivalent to 2 years of training and he became a way stronger to the point to where to actually fight against Aizen, like he needed no help when every single one of the captains together were not strong enough to take out Aizen. And then besides after that, you have the what's it called? So you have Mugetsu. Mugetsu, to be honest, it wasn't strong enough to defeat Aizen. We know that. Because, I mean, you can't really beat Aizen unless he wants to lose after that. But he did get even stronger than that. And by the way, I'm talking about Ichigo. He got even stronger than that by the time we hit the beginning of the Blood War. And at the end of the Blood War, he most definitely was not equal to Aizen, but he was strong enough that Yawak was afraid of his sword on sight and immediately broke it in half. So he had to remake his sword. And that's not even with Vasta Lorde stacked on top. That's just Shin Tensa Zangetsu. It was that powerful. So if it was so powerful that it was a problem for Yawak to even be there, imagine how strong he was with Vasta Lorde stacked on top of it. And it just, Now, with this one, I'm not as upset as I was with the whole Madara Aizen fight, because that was, like, this doesn't really make sense either. But it's a tiny bit more understandable. But if we refer back to how strong Aizen is with 1/9 power and compare that to Ichigo, like, the reason we can match that up is because of the fact that Yawak, the entire time he was fighting Aizen, thought it was Ichigo. So that means that either at the time Ichigo had equivalent Reiatsu to Aizen, or Aizen, which I highly doubt, made himself weaker to match Ichigo's Reiatsu, because of course, like, he's a Quincy. He would be able to sense a difference like that, but he couldn't tell the difference between Aizen and Ichigo, which means that Ichigo has to be somewhere around the same strength as Aizen, right? And if that's the case, then that means if
Are you getting hungry?
no,
Okay.
we know that Naruto and Sasuke together could not beat Madara, but Aizen is stronger than Madara, which makes Ichigo also stronger than Madara, which means that Ichigo should be in numbers stronger than Naruto and Sasuke combined, which would also mean Ichigo would win a fight like this, especially with his speed. It's not just speed at that point anymore. Now, they did get hits off on Madara. We know this. But Madara, at the end of the day, was still stronger than Sasuke and Naruto, both physically and when it comes to speed. We don't know exactly because, Madara relied on Limbo to, like, defend. So we don't know if he was faster, but we do know that he was stronger. He might have been faster. And even if he wasn't, we know for a fact that Ichigo is faster. So Ichigo here should be both stronger and faster than Naruto. But they're saying that Naruto is weaker. I mean, not weaker, stronger, but he isn't as fast. But that's not quite the case, especially when you have Ichigo and some of the other high-end Soul Reapers who have done dimensional feats. And with these dimensional feats, I feel like that alone is one of the things that we need to consider, because we've never seen Naruto or Sasuke with the power to destroy a dimension. Hell, even now, Naruto is stuck in the Daikokuten. So, yeah, that's my final thoughts on this. It's honestly, Naruto shouldn't have won this, but I'm gonna leave it alone. If you guys have anything you want to say, I'm gonna be responding to comments and stuff like that. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and do your boy a favor, hit the like, subscribe to my channel for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. I'm be uploading more. If you want something that you want me to react to, I don't know much outside of, like, anime. So if you have any, like, whatever it is, be it like music or whatever you want me to react to, just go ahead, comment down below. I'm gonna be playing games, which I do a lot, and just know that I'm an expert at the games I play. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.